Hey guys, Sam here, welcoming you back to the Bradford City Road to Glory career mode. I hope you guys enjoyed last episode with the live commentary. Something a bit different just to spice it up for you guys. A couple of you guys were asking for it. I thought, what the hell, that's actually a very good idea. And I like that interaction that we had between you and I, the commenter who put, can we have a bit more live commentary? And I thought, you know what, that's actually a very good idea. Change up the series a little bit, spice it up. Some people really enjoy the live commentaries. I'm the same. When I'm watching YouTubers, I prefer the live commentaries to the post commentaries. I think it's a bit more interactive. I think you get to see the individual's emotions a bit more. So I understand why you guys would enjoy the live commentary more. And they will be coming in the Championship and Premier League. We'll be doing live commentaries. The reason I'm doing post commentaries, and I want to explain this a bit before I start talking about the games. You can watch what's going on in the background. Zoko with a good goal there. The keeper should have done better. But the reason I want to do post commentaries, and the reason that I am doing post commentaries now for the League One, is to get through it as quick as I can. Because the League One, it's very, I don't think people enjoy watching it. They just want to see the outcome of the team, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. Like, in League One, it's, the team is very raw, it's still the same, and everyone's like, okay, yeah, it's the League One, it's a bit boring. I kind of want to see what this team will look like in the Premier League, in the Championship. It's more the journey. And yeah, some people like watching the journey, and those are the real hardcore career mode lovers. But a lot of people, including myself, I kind of just want to be like, okay, well, can you kind of get to the Premier League now? Because that's where the big time is, that's what I really want to see. I want to see this team in the Premier League. I want to see how well you can do in the Premier League. And I feel like that with a lot of Road to Glory career modes, the best seasons are in the Premier League, when you finally made it. So that's why I kind of want to get through League One as quick as I can. I hope that makes sense to you guys. I hope you feel the same, in a way. I hope that's, I don't know how to say, I hope you guys agree with me there. And I hope you guys are keen to see the Premier League and the Championship. Because that's really where I'm going to start doing the live commentaries, and this is when the series will, I think, be at its best. I don't know, I could be wrong, this could be the best that the series ever gets, but that's how I feel. I feel like this is kind of like the prologue, if you guys, this is the series before the series sort of thing. This is the season before it really becomes good. It's kind of like the first season of a TV show, when you don't know what's going on, you don't know the characters, and then in the second season you're like, whoa, this show's really, really good, because you know what's going on, you're a bit more into the storyline. That's kind of how I feel with this. I kind of feel like the first season you're kind of just like, okay, yeah, this is cool, but I don't really know what's going on, and then in the Championship you're like, okay, yeah, this is really cool, I really want to see this team get into the Premier League. I think that's enough. I think that's enough of an explanation for you guys. If you guys disagree with me, let me know in the comments. I want to know what you guys think about the live commentary versus the post commentary. What do you enjoy watching more? And are you enjoying League One, or are you more excited for the Championship and the Premier League? That's kind of what I want to know. So thank you for everyone who comments and lets me know, because it really helps me make my content better. But that's enough about post commentary versus live commentary. I've spent too much time on it. Look at this game, 4-1. The couple episodes ago, there was a 7-goal thriller. Now we got a 5-goal thriller. Leyton Orient, kind of opening up. As I said, I've talked about this so many times before. You probably are getting sick of me hearing it, but getting the early goals, forcing the other team to overcommit, and then breaking them on the counter-attack, and scoring a goal. That's kind of how I enjoy doing things, especially with Bradford City, who aren't the quickest team, but for some reason we're really good on the counter-attack. Don't ask me why. But 4-1 against Leyton Orient, I'll take that any day of the week. As I've said before, 3 points is the main focus for me. That's really all I want. Anything look at me getting tongue-tied. Anything more than that, sorry, is what I was trying to say, is a bonus. And you can see the man of the match, Kennedy, who is a name that hasn't really been mentioned in the MVP award. He's not even a starting player. He's come in for Harrison Reed and gets a 9.3 rating. So, yeah, Zoko was very close with a 9.0 rating. Personally, I thought Zoko was going to get the Man of the Match award, because he somehow always pulls it out, scores a couple of goals, and just gets the Man of the Match award and a vote for the MVP award. But it goes to Kennedy. He gets one on the board. And it's good to see a couple of different players getting involved, because we don't want it to be obvious who's going to win very early on into the season. Obviously, I've talked about the front runners so far. You know, it's got to be the likes of Zoko, you know, the likes of Yeats, the likes of Derby. They've really come out the blocks, and they've really got a couple of votes under their names now. But yeah, heading into the second game, it's against Sheffield United, a very famous English team, I guess you could say. Once had the glory days, now kind of don't, kind of in a rebuilding stage. And it was quite a boring first half, if I'm honest with you. We're going to the half 0-0. And I felt we lacked a bit of spark that we had in the Leyton Orient game. As you can see, 2 shots and none on target. They had no shots at all. A very, very dull game in the first half. So, yeah, there wasn't going to be any highlights as far as the game against Sheffield United. And as you can see, we finally make our breakthrough here in the 58th minute, thanks to, you guessed it, Francois Zoko, who puts it in. And we go 1-0 up against Sheffield United away. It was a well-worked goal. Harrison Reed picking up himself up an assist. And again, Zoko running through. He's just a revelation, this boy. And he puts in a second goal. Francois Zoko makes it 2-0 against Sheffield United. And he is just becoming one of our best players. He's on loan. Remember, he's not even one of our players. He's on loan. He's 31 years old. But man, this boy is killing it. And if there's anything to go about age and stuff like that, you know, Zoko is the living proof that you can have a player over the age of 30 that still plays incredibly well and can be your main man. As you can see, he picks up a brace against Sheffield United, and you can already tell that he's going to be EA's man of the match for this game. You don't even have to worry about it. Look at him getting stuck into that tackle right there, just to show a bit of his defensive statistics. He picks himself up an 8.1 rating. The person that was closest to him was Harrison Reed, which I thought was good, because Reed got an assist, and you know, he does those little things that no one picks up on, and he's kind of like the worker bee. He kind of does the stuff that no one sees. Zoko, the finisher, you know, he's in the spotlight. He likes the spotlight, and he's made it work. As you can see, Reed there picks up an assist, and it goes 2-0 to Bradford City. 4 shots. 2 of them on target. That's all we needed. 2 shots on target to pick up 2 goals. So, there you go. As you can see in the bottom right corner there before we head into the Yeovil game, we're second. I believe just 1 point behind Preston. So, this game against Yeovil is incredibly important. We're at home, and we cannot slip up. We just can't against Yeovil Town. Gavin Monksfield is the referee here today at Ivy Lane. I should have changed the name of the stadium. Before the season started. You can change the name of the stadium, even though that wouldn't have been Bradford's actual stadium, which I don't know what the name is off by heart. I'm sorry. But yeah, we could put them. I should have made it not Ivy Lane, because that's just so generic. I should have made it whatever Bradford City's home ground is, which I actually have forgotten. So I'll have to look that up and you know, add a bit of knowledge to my arsenal. But as you can see, Yeovil, they set up with a 4-4-2 as well. So 4-4-2 versus 4-4-2. And it's always going to be a good match when there's 2 formations like that, especially 4-4-2. I think when 2 teams come up, play 4-4-2, it's a very even game, it's a very fun game. And Harrison Reed puts in the first goal of the game, and it's a great goal as well. He wins the ball in the middle of the park. Yeovil Town are just sleeping on it, you know, not doing anything with the ball. Harrison Reed picks it up, runs the whole pitch and slots it home like a striker. And he makes himself known. He shows Yeovil that they can't just play around with the ball. And just before half-time, they have a decent cross. And usually, you know, sometimes the goalkeeper can get mixed up there, and maybe an own goal can come about. But yeah, it was a pretty boring half. I won't be honest with you, this first half against Yeovil. Nothing really happened. And as you can see, we go all the way to the 89th minute here. Again, nothing happened. This game was quite boring. That was probably our best chance of the entire game other than the goal. And, you know, I was hoping that we would pick up another goal. But as I've said before, 1-0 to me is the same as 3-0. What matters is how many points you're picking up in the game, and it's 3 points for us, and we don't lose pace against Preston North End, who are at the top. As I've said before, 3 points is what you need, and that's all important to me. And Pickford picks himself up a Man of the Match award and an MVP vote, the goalkeeper, for a clean sheet. So, good to see that. As you can see, 5 shots. I mean, there was plenty of shots, but they weren't challenging, and I didn't think they were worth showing. So, yeah, I hope you guys... That was a boring game. I won't blame, you know, EA. I won't blame the way I played. You know, it just happens to be a boring game. Nevertheless, that is the table. As you can see, Oldham Athletic are chasing us down. They're just behind us on goal difference. But yeah, that was an interesting league table. It's getting tight at the top. And here is a squad report. I haven't done one of these this season, so I thought, why the hell not put it in this episode? Because it's pretty much... it's pretty delayed, you know. I probably should have done one by now already, so I apologize for that. But yeah, just a really quick zipping through them, not really going into depth with them. If you guys want to pause on any screen to see their, you know, their stats in the league or their attributes, then just go ahead and pause on whichever player you are most interested to see. But the most interesting thing is that one of our best players, if not our best player, is on loan, as I've mentioned, from Blackpool. So, I mean, should we sign him? I don't know. I feel like next season he'll be like 32, you know, and I just said that age doesn't really matter with Zoka because he's a good player, but I don't know. If we can get him cheap, I probably will sign him permanently because he's an absolute beast of a player. But yeah, I'm going to zip through this very quickly, and that brings us to the end of this episode, guys. If you did enjoy it, of course, leave a like down below. And there's the race for the MVP awards. It's pretty much the same names that you've been seeing for quite a while now. A bit more... you know, repetitive names coming, especially the likes of Zoko. But that is the end of this episode. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like down below. If you're new around here, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Keep it real. Peace.